Is that good?
We're recording.
All right, welcome back to episode 2 of the Brewhouse Podcast. All right.
Yeah.
I guess no more introduction since you all should have seen the first episode and know who we are.
Please watch it if you haven't already.
If you haven't watched it, so you can catch up.
Well, what do we got going on at the gym right now? I know we got some people heading down out of town to go pick something up.
Yeah, so we are bringing in 2 new stones to Brewhouse, and pretty much only for 2 people because
They're so heavy.
no one else is going to be picking them up. The light stone is 400 pounds, and then the second one I think is 460, which is probably just going to destroy our concrete.
They're gonna
like it
drop it
did.
immediately as soon as they get in.
Well, if the listeners don't know, we do happen to have what I want to say the best 105 kg stone loader that there is.
We
I mean,
do.
at least
Yeah,
at one point
I mean,
he
the
was
the best
Yeah.
stoner.
He was
By
the
far.
first person to load all the stones in 105 kg, actually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
The best
That was,
stoner.
Was that OSG or?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
OSG last year.
That was 2024 OSG.
The one that Alec won.
It's
The
whenever he
first-
won everything.
Yeah, the first banner in the gym.
And that's
which is-
part of the reason why we're the Oklahoma's strongest gym, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
Brewhouse
right.
Barbell is just Oklahoma's strongest gym. You know?
I mean, we
So-
could start arguing soon that we're the strongest gym in the U.S. by competitive standards because we got the top powerlifters and the top strongmen. So
That's true.
So yeah, having 2 of the world level athletes and then that are teens, and then Alec, which is just the world's strongest man at 105 kg, is honestly insane to have.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah. And then speaking of top level competitions, we had one last weekend. I know we talked about last podcast a little bit, but the NPC Nationals, which is what I compete in, happened, and Oklahoma actually took a couple pro cards from that show, surprisingly.
Oh, wow.
We had, I want to say that there was like a figure girl, a bikini girl, a classic physique dude, and maybe 2 men's physique guys, actually. Not sure on that, but all won pro cards at the one of the largest, if not the largest, NPC shows there is. And so we're doing it right out here.
On the come up.
Oklahoma is
That's
becoming
crazy.
the best place for athletics, I guess.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
any sport.
we got some athletes training for another big event, right? So the Arnold coming up.
Yeah, so we have Seth and Alex Sokup, Jackie Rhodes, and Alfredo Tatum. And then I don't think there's anyone else.
See, I don't know if Shu's doing it. I can't remember.
Yeah, Matthew Shoemaker. This is for the 2026 Arnold. Is it the Arnold Classic or I don't know the exact
Arnold
name.
Classic sounds right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they call it the like Arnold's. I'm probably not gonna say it right, but like the
Yeah.
Arnold Sports Event or something
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
The sports
Yeah.
convention.
Sports festival.
Yeah,
that
so
sounds
they
right.
they do a little bit of everything there. They got like wrestling and all kinds of stuff. It's super neat.
Yeah, and they just got they finally got the events to what to train for now. So, yeah, Seth was finally happy about that. I know he was talking about not being able to train properly, and he says that the Arnold's notorious for never releasing things until like last second. But
Yeah, he was so worried about signing up too, because last time he got put like in the very back of signups
Oh yeah.
for weigh-ins.
yeah, and he was saying like if you're like one of the first people to come for each event. Like, it's just terrible because everyone can just see how you're doing and be like, no, I'm going to easily beat this guy because I can see his scores and I know what to aim for now.
It's typically what I do in powerlifting.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Watch the first guy do whatever event we do first, and
Yeah.
then see how he does, and then I kind of judge what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you guys choose powerlifting? Because all 3 of y'all were originally powerlifters, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll start. So it all started all the way back in high school, like 80 years ago.
He's 75.
Yeah, yeah.
He was 5 years old in high school.
I was playing football. I feel like that's where a lot of kids, just in general, end up picking up lifting. It's just football, and I guess wrestling to some degree too. But our coach, Kurt Gray, big shout out to him. He was really into powerlifting, and so like on the off season, if we weren't doing track or like any other sport or anything like that, we all powerlifted and did OFBCA. And I didn't really start really getting into working out until my junior year of high school. That's whenever I actually started enjoying squatting, benching, and deadlifting. And I made it to state both of those years. And then I realized like that's something I could keep doing forever because I wasn't gonna play college football. So I might as well lift and be strong because I've always liked being strong. So then after I graduated high school, I took about like a year or two off, and I became like really fat and soft. And then I decided like, hey, I want to start squatting and benching and deadlifting, just moving around in general. So I started, and then I go a few years, just lifting by myself, doing my own thing, just bouncing between commercial gyms, not really finding like a space I really liked. And then one day I see on campus, I see a couple of guys, I think it was Alec and Zach, retroactively, like
Talking about
just
like
now
whenever you
thinking
got to
about that.
OU.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
at OU.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of guys just walking wearing OU powerlifting shirts. I was like, oh, I didn't even know we had that here. So then I like get on their website and then I try to like look them up. There's like almost nothing. They were kind of hard to find, but eventually I did. And then I go to the like the first meeting of the year, and then I pretty much like became friends with everybody immediately because we all have similar mindsets. And don't kick the cable. And so then I got more involved with it.
Yes, King.
I got more involved with it, and I guess like out of the newer people, I was the one that was the more committed person. So then eventually, I met Kyle _ Project Strength from Project Strength, RIP.
He died.
Yeah, I can't believe he died.
Rip.
RIP.
In peace.
Yeah, that's a whole story for later. Yeah, so then I started getting closer to Kyle because I was one of the first people that he programmed for. So for like almost a year, he just programmed me for free. I was more or less like the advertised guinea pig. And then I quickly became the strongest person in the club by a large margin. I don't know, maybe I think my total still might be the biggest in
history.
the club history, I think.
Wow.
I'm not sure. I might have gotten overtaken by a couple of people.
No, I still think you have it.
Yeah.
What is it?
Like 767, something like that.
You're gonna have
KG.
some freshmen this year come just ticked off.
I don't
So
know.
there's some
No,
close,
I got
there's
it
some
now.
strong guys.
You just have Mark Henry's son just get into it. And
So then I get programmed by Kyle for the longest time. And then I start like getting the inkling, like the want to start my own gym just because of, like there was nothing in Norman I really liked or like was really satisfied with. And then like on one of my preps, I hear about this gym all the way up in OKC called Brew House. This is like way back, like 2020, 2021. And then I came here a couple times. It was pretty cool. I really liked the environment. It was like nothing else like it. But it was too far. So then I ended up going to another gym and more. I went there for a while. And that's where I pretty much like, I guess, established my rhythm and really like went full in on powerlifting. I met Caleb and I met like all my friends that I'm still friends with at this point. And then some more time goes by. And then I end up switching to Brewhouse full time. And I just kind of become present. And throughout all of this, there were multiple attempts with Caleb and a few other people. It was always like a different group of people every single time. Just trying to open a gym, and then like something would always fall through. Like it would be too expensive. Somebody would flake. Kyle would disappear forever. Like people just wouldn't want to do it. until eventually the right opportunity came up to officially be an owner at brew house. So that's a very, very summarized history of my powerlifting.
I like that though. I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty good. Explained everything, I think, pretty well. You know, I mean, I kind of have like a similar story with like Claudio. Like I started in OFBCA, like for football. I just did it up first to get stronger for football, just because I grew up playing football from
What?
like.
How
5th
much
grade.
did you weigh in high school?
So what's crazy is until my senior year, I was like 145 pounds. I
Yeah.
was
You weighed
tiny.
more than me when I was a freshman.
No way.
Really? There's no.
What
What did you weigh?
135 as a
Little
freshman.
boy.
Were you really? That's wild.
Dude, I
How about your
wasn't-
senior year though? Because I was one.
Well, I
45
graduated
my
high
senior
school
year.
early. I was 155 when I left high school. I got up to
That's
185
nuts.
while I was playing soccer, but still high school age.
Dude, I was 140 in like 7th grade.
And
I was skinny.
by 7th grade, that's
We can throw a
crazy.
picture up.
Yeah, I'll throw a
That's
picture
it,
of
yeah.
Spencer in
Picture.
high school.
Yep.
Her.
So yeah, well, actually, I think it'd be really cool, like for us just to show all of our pictures of us.
I'm not
in
showing a
high
picture of
school.
myself.
I'll send one. It's all good.
I was 240. I was like from freshman year to until I graduated. I was
Well,
like
so yeah, you were-
242.
You're a good football player, though.
Yeah, I was okay. I was all district.
That's
Alright,
badass.
continue.
But anyway, just like I just did powerlifting. At first, Poto had done powerlifting. They didn't have it for a while, and then they started back up my like sophomore year, and I just found that I was actually pretty strong for what I was and liked it a lot. I kind of just did it as like a side thing for a while until like my junior year because I didn't make it to state until like my junior year, and then I was like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at this. I can maybe do something better next year and everything like that. And like I was getting stronger for football, and it was so much fun. Honestly, I'm just a big sports fiend anyway. I love football. Like I did track and everything, and going to my senior year was really my best year for powerlifting. Ended up getting like 4th at regionals, and then went on to get like 10th at state. So it was a lot of fun, high school powerlifting. And then I kind of took a little break and, and took like 2 years off, like Claudio. That's what I mean. It's like really similar. I got fatter too. Right before COVID, I weighed like 180, which is
What?
nuts.
What?
What? I
There's
didn't
no
know that.
way.
Yeah, seriously. I got
Damn,
so
okay.
heavy because like I wasn't working out. I was just eating. And
Fat Caleb.
you know, it's
hold on.
crazy.
How tall
Pull
are
up
you,
that
right? You're
Caleb.
5'2"?
5'6",
Oh, okay.
4.5 if you're counting. Actually,
It's
but,
pretty heavy for
I'd say about
5'3"
anyway.
guy.
But yeah, I got like pretty fat. It's like what I weigh now, but anyway, it just. And then somebody had called me out. Like I can't remember. I think it was like my ex's grandpa was like, "You got kind of fat." I was like, "Dang! All right, I need to get back in the gym."
You're like, no, I'm
And,
gonna dump your stupid granddaughter. Whatever.
Yeah, dude, that's a whole other thing. But
Let's get into that. What?
What's her weight now?
like hopefully
280.
a lot bigger. Anyway.
She ain't 280. She ain't a lady.
But yeah, that was right before I actually went to OU. I just went to a little community college in my hometown. And then I looked up before getting into OU, the powerlifting club at OU. And I DM'd the Instagram page because I was like, well, maybe I can get involved in this. I was like, I'm pretty strong. I have a good chance, hopefully, about like making the team. And then I realized, oh, it's actually just a club. So I could join it and not have to worry about too much. And I don't know who answered. I think it was Kyle at the time.
You
on
go
the
into it
Instagram
like,
page.
can you pay my tuition if I do this?
I was like, yeah, I was there. So I was like, well, maybe I can get like a scholarship or something.
athlete.
And then I realized, oh, this is a club. I got to pay to be a part of this and like lift it. And I fell in love with it. Like I loved getting around everybody. Like I met Claudio. I met a bunch of other people like Mang, or like a bunch of other people that aren't really around in powerlifting anymore. But like there's so many lifelong friends that I met in college. And like I started off, I did 3 meets back to back, or 4 meets actually pretty much. Because I did a November meet, a December meet, February meet to qualify for my first collegiate nationals as like a sophomore, I guess, technically. And it was it was so much fun that I just kept going with it. And kind of like the same thing. Like I met Claudio, I forgot to mention, was the first person I met. Him and a couple of the twins, Jack and Will Beasley. And they kind of saw my form was really bad and were like, let me help you. Because I didn't know anything. I just lifted.
It was the nastiest, like, 225 I've ever seen in my life.
It was like when I was doing good mornings with my squat, dude, and it was, I didn't know what was right form or anything. I just lifted weights because that's just how football coaches in high school taught you.
I had
You
the
don't know anything.
nastiest butt wink when I first got in the squat. I looked like I was just throwing it back.
Some people try to do it on
It's working.
purpose. They think
Yeah.
that's like the right form is to sit there on every freaking rep.
And it's like, no, dude, stop.
Just
Just have
get
sex
freaky
the
with
bar,
it,
bro.
yeah.
You're so freaky.
I'm trying to lift, turning me
I'll
on.
be like watching their hip angle and their knee and everything, and then they do a little boop, and I'm like, why? It just took my attention away
It's a
from
little
it.
finesse. It's like trying to get your attention. But yeah, I just I started doing that my sophomore year at OU, and just kind of went along, lifting and doing every collegiate nationals. Eventually became like a state ref for USAPL and started getting more involved. And eventually became like president, which Claudio was president whenever I first joined. And it was such a cool experience to be a part of that and keep OUPL and grow it. Because whenever I had joined it with Claudio too, we only had, I believe, like 13 members.
Something.
Whenever I
There was
joined?
like maybe 20
Yeah,
at
not-
most. And like maybe like 10 of them were even active
Yeah,
and
it
competing
was-
at that point.
It was such a small amount compared to how much OUPL has grown now. Like the year whenever I was president, I think we got up to like 40 or 50 members, and it was just so cool to be a part of that and grow it, and it just made me love the sport even more and want to compete. And eventually, yeah, like Claudio said, we had tried to open a gym before
times.
Brew House, like we in Norman, right by the colleges. We went everywhere around, like trying to get pricing for everything. Because after COVID, everything was just so expensive, material wise. It was so hard to get just get anything that was for building. Like it was just such a pain. And eventually, it all just started working out. Coming to Brew House, and eventually I got to meet everybody here and become part owner. And it's kind of like my powerlifting journey, really.
When I first got into like working out in general, it was like, oh man, it was, I guess technically freshman year of high school, like 8th grade-ish. Me and my brother would start working. My first gym was our garage, and I had like some free weights, a crappy machine, and I was just going at like a punching bag for cardio or whatever. And then I eventually got upgraded to the YMCA. When I got into, me and my brother were like, yeah, we're gonna get swole. We do the bro sets, and yeah, just do that for a couple of years, and then I eventually I started working at a gym in Edmond.
Were you like 240 then?
Dude, I didn't hit
80?
He was a little boy.
I didn't hit 200 pounds until college. Yeah, so I was about 190
I hit that
something.
in 6th grade.
Yeah. And yeah, after training a while, I got this job at the gym, which I was working there for a little bit just to train clients, and then I met these two guys, Mark and Tyrone. I also met Josh, who's here now working out. But I got into powerlifting from them because they kind of did it. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know about, West Side or any of that stuff. I didn't know what powerlifting was. I saw Olympic lifting and things like that, and strongman, on YouTube. And there weren't any popular influencers that do powerlifting or anything. But once I kind of discovered what it was, they were talking about competitions. I kind of got into it because I was always kind of relatively strong, but never. What does that say?
It's just low battery.
Okay.
This is still recording, right?
Yeah. I'll edit this part out. Never mind, leave it in. Fuck it. Anyway,
It's really cool.
About halfway through.
yeah. Mark and Tyrone got me into it. I've been trying to get them here at Brew House for a long time. They're talking about it, but they're kind of have their own thing going on. But because of them, I got into powerlifting, and then we all decided we're like, we need to go to a gym that actually has good equipment, this and that. And then I literally go on Google like with them, and we find Brew House Barbell, and then I was like, let's see how we do a day pass or whatever, and didn't contact anybody. We just decided to show up, and I remember it was me, Mark, Tyrone, Josh, and our buddy Trace, who's Mark's buddy. We come up to the door, and like we can't get in. We don't know how to get in because we didn't know it was the 24-hour lock or whatever. And then I think there was a member here who was like leaving right when we got here, and we're like, hey, like, is there anyone here? How do we get in? He's like, yeah, just like sign the waiver, pay a day pass, and you're good. Or he's like, if it's your first time, it's free or whatever. It's just that. And so I was like, all right, let's just sign this waiver. And we didn't know where to leave it, just on the crappy desk that used to be right here before I manhandled it out of the wall. But yeah, I came in. It was when the mono rack was still here, the monolift, whatever, was still here. And yeah, all the turf and everything. It was 2021 when we came. And I was like, dude, this place is so sick. But obviously I had a free membership at the gym I worked at. But I didn't start coming here until I got into, I think I talked about it last podcast when I was talking with the last episode. I was talking about I was with Reese for training before I came to Brew House. But once I got into, I started training for powerlifting with them, and then once I started training with Reese and that coach we had, I eventually did my first competition. But I was like 195. And then they were like, yeah, for your height or for your lift, if you want to take the state record for this low federation that no one even knows about, you're gonna have to be 220. And I was like, all right, I'll bulk. And I was, because got down a little cut. I was mostly doing like, bodybuilding stuff. And then I bulk in like 1 month. I went from 195 to 220, and then did my competition. I did really well, like squatted 573. I benched like in the mid threes, and then deadlift like in the mid fives, and it was pretty good. And then
you didn't have Stetson to give you your numbers, then, so you actually
I didn't have Stetson there to give me a 100-pound jump on my second bench. And then and then after that meet, I kind of, man, it was crazy because it was like 2022 at the time. I came to Brew House because we ventured off from there. I came to Brew House Barbell. And then my squat was good. I was still squatting like mid fives and all that. And then I remember spraining my ankle playing basketball so bad. I've never been able to squat in flat since. And I had to learn, because it was my right ankle. And I broke this foot too.
I'm gonna go watch you like squat now. I'm just gonna see your feet just.
Yeah, I have a video of me. I was just like, I just squatted 550 like it was nothing. Felt so easy. Now like I have to be in heels. My hips are killing. I feel like I'm like 30 now. But still squat at 600, so I don't. That's all I care about. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into powerlifting, and now I'm kind of venturing off into strongman after me and Chloe did the soak up.
So did you figure out if you're actually just gonna stick with strongman, or do you want to?
I'm right now. It's like kind of like hybrid training, so I really want to push my bench, and just messing with deadlift still, kind of trying to get in a squat a little bit. But I'm really trying to get more into the log press, doing sandbag stuff, keeping my cardio in, just keeping kind of hybrid, because I got an invitation to the nationals, Strongman Corp nationals, because of the soak up. So I'm just waiting to see what events they have, that so I can I'll bleep it. Just kidding, I'm leaving it. Yeah.
First women.
You'll never be a pro.
Sponsorship.
I'll never get sponsored by
Sponsorship
Brew House.
is never
Damn. Brew House will never sponsor me. But yeah, whatever stupid events they have that's just going to completely destroy my body, I'll have to start training for it. So,
We're so back.
are we back?
We're so back.
Is it recording?
We are.
All right, I'm going to just keep it paused, I guess.
So what was the last thing you were saying? Colin Kaepernick?
Colin.
All right.
And then we can kind of just cut back in.
All right, so yeah, I think that's it for.
What a way to end it.
You're
dude.
kind of at the end of the story.
I know, and then it shut off. Oh, I was gonna say something. Oh man, yeah. So I guess you can get into yours. Your story.
What a transition.
I'm doing strongman stuff now, so that's what I'm.
Absolute cinema.
Well,
All right, Spencer, what got you into what got you into
Yeah.
working out and
I don't I've only done bodybuilding. I don't do powerlifting or strongman.
Yet.
I'd say
Not
I'm
yet.
an inquirer into some of it, but we'll see. But yeah, I started out high school. I started working out. It really happened in, I would say, junior high. Like I was in football, and they put us into 4 different teams. They had A, B, C, and D. A was like your A. This is for lifting. A was like the A team guys. small guys, I'd say. And then like B was like your linemen, the bigger dudes on the A team. And then C was like your receivers and stuff from B team. And then D was your linemen and stuff there. Well, I played defensive line because Montgomery, Texas junior high thought that having like really tiny guys on the defensive line would be cool to get past just because. I mean, think about it. Junior high and high school football, it's your linemen are just the fat kids. So like your most unathletic fat kids go on the offensive line. So you throw some smaller dudes on the defensive line at that level and you could tear them up. But yeah, so I was like, I was weighing in, and yeah, we weighed in. I was like 130 or something, and
That's crazy.
super tiny.
Yeah.
But I was super strong, so they put me in weightlifting with the B team guys. So they're like the offensive dudes, the stronger, bigger kids in the A team, and so it was cool to like lifting with them. That kind of got me into lifting. I realizing like I was a little strong for my size and stuff. So my parents got me a little bench press set, and I remember I started doing these workouts. It was like that little one where it's the pin in the middle, so eventually it started to kind of bend a little bit, but yeah, it had like the sand weights and everything. And so what I would do is like go upstairs and I put it all next to this TV, and I would play I had like a Jay-Z album on vinyl, and I play that on a record player. And then one of my favorite movies is like Skyfall or something. I put on some kind of action movie, and then I'd sit there and I'd do my workout with these little weights because I just like hype
Dude,
me up.
when I was like first getting into, because I had these little weights at home. Dude, it was like I would play WWE.
Yeah,
and I'd see like John Cena. Dude, it was Batista, and I think John Cena or Triple H is like all of them. And I was like, I need to bust out some bench press.
yeah.
I saw their massive chest. Like, that's what I need.
I think that was my favorite era. Whenever Batista was
so
good.
good.
Dude,
Just like
The
watching
Undertaker.
your idols and stuff be all big and strong. And
did you
it's
ever
just
put like pictures of bodybuilders in your room?
No, I think my
think-
parents would have had
Like,
something to say
Well, they
about that
think
for
you're a
sure.
little,
They're
gay.
honest.
Yeah.
They've never been big fans of like the bodybuilding, and I know they want to say, you know, that they are supportive and stuff, but they're not really into that, and I don't really think they would appreciate a bunch of dudes in their home like that on their walls.
Just
Them dudes on the wall.
Just all naked, pretty much.
But you know, that got me started into that realm, and then I guess I just started lifting more throughout high school, playing soccer. Actually, I ended up switching to soccer, but I got really good at it really fast. I ended up playing academy, which is it's now called MLS Next, but it used to be called U.S. Developmental Academy, and you get contracted to a pro team. So I was contracted to Houston Dynamo.
Like, how old were you when you did that?
This was, I think I was still 16.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, when I did. Yeah, I was 16. So in UIL, which is like the Texas sports governing body, if you're contracted in any kind of pro team or have any kind of status like that, then you can't play high school sports at all. So there was like really no sense of me being in school at that point when you can just homeschool or do dual credit, which is what I did. So I just started going to the local community college, playing soccer, and I'd work out in the morning and then have my soccer practices in the evening. But I verbally committed to Fort Lewis College in Colorado because I thought it'd be super cool to go there. And then I just realized like I didn't want to play soccer because I just wasn't into the sport like everyone else was. And being a goalkeeper, which I was, you kind of are supposed to be like the leader. And so I just didn't see it. So I was it like a day before, 2 days before signing day, like physical signing day, I called the coach. Told him I'm good, and went to my practice, and my coach at the development team was like, well, then what are you doing here? You're not gonna, I was like, good point. And it sucks because we had just started, we had just made why am I blanking on it? Well, what do you call playoffs? We had just made playoffs, and my team ended up going on that season because it didn't make sense for me to continue with not doing school and all that. But they went on to win the like national championship.
Damn. Could have got a ring. Dang,
Like,
you could have got a ring.
I missed out on that and everything. They had the big trophy. It was cool. Good for them. But yeah,
Not good for me.
yeah, once I stopped playing soccer, I kept weightlifting because I just wanted to stay healthy. And at that point, I was like, well, I was trying to put on size even while playing soccer, but it was really hard. So I left. I was probably like 135, starting freshman year. That junior year that I quit playing soccer, I probably got up to like 185 by like pounding. I was doing the weight gainer shakes and everything. And then, stopped doing that. And I was working at a supplement store because I knew a lot about that. And the owner was like, hey, why don't you do this bodybuilding show? And so I said, all right, I'll check it out. And he signed me up for the Texas State Championship. And I went, and this was, what was I? 18, 17, something like that. Maybe I was 17. I might have just turned 18 or turned 18.
Were you natural around this time too?
This show I was natural, yes.
How much were you weighing going up to the show?
So I probably bulked, I was like, I was 185, and then I cut for it. So I was probably 175 on stage for the Texas State Championship, and I competed in the teen class, and I won Mr. Teen Texas.
Whoa,
so that was my first show.
Wow.
I ended up winning it. It was good advertisement for the gym. It kind of got us into the bodybuilding community. But yeah, and then so I just knew that I wanted to keep doing that because it was fun. Right when I did it, I knew I wanted to continue. So I kept doing, building muscle and everything, and finally came back around to another show 2 years later while I was working for Arlington Fire Department. And I kind of timed it right to squeak one in before I attended their fire academy. And I ended up qualifying for nationals there in the open class and planned on doing the universe. But COVID had other plans there, and they canceled the universe show that year. I can't remember if they canceled or pushed it, but I was already planning on entering the military. So I didn't want to change that, and I knew I was going to be doing some stuff that required very physically demanding workouts from me. So I had to change my training up and get ready for that and actually lose weight because I got up to 240 getting ready for nationals for men's physique. And then the military did a little bit of through the EOD pipeline, I did that. And then once I got to a point in EOD school where I kind of do some of my own training here and there, I did some triathlon stuff on the side. Didn't actually compete in any legitimate ones, but I just worked up to being able to do like an Olympic level, not a Ironman or anything like that. But that was fun just to see if I could do it, complete opposite from bodybuilding. And then once I got to a state where I could get back into it, which was graduating EOD school, making it through that, and then pretty much getting ready to go to my first unit, that's when I decided to get back into bodybuilding. And so I bulked up, and gosh, it was January of 2023, and then I competed this June, and I won the overall for Classic Physique here at the Oklahoma Pro-Am. So now it's NPC Nationals for the pro card, hopefully, and then we'll maybe give it a good year-long run at the national level and see what happens. But that's been the whole story there. And I don't know, bodybuilding's it's fun to me because it has its own set of challenges and disciplines that kind of apply to my lifestyle and principles throughout the day. But I'm definitely interested in I don't want to push myself much more. I've decided I don't really want to do open. It's just so much food and drugs at that level that I don't know. I'm not willing to go through that now. I have kids and businesses and that are built up, and a lot of people start before they get to that. So they usually get to that level and then they start doing all that. Yeah. So like I'm good, and I'll give it a run at Classic Physique, and if that doesn't work out, then maybe I'll looking at actually having fun. And
when is your competition actually?
Well, we got a year.
It's in
December, right?
December 2026.
Okay, cool.
That'll be that's the last national show that I'm actually qualified for. Okay. So what I might either do is I have to get top 5 to requalify for the next year. What I might end up doing is either just shoot for that. We'll see. I mean, maybe I'll be a top 5 physique, but worst case, what I'll do. And sorry for anybody that's competing in any of the Oklahoma shows next year, but I am going to come take a national qualification seat at one of the local shows potentially next year just for fun. So
Just to kind of get it out
yeah,
of the
just
way.
to make sure
Yeah,
that
just to
like I'm good to go for
keep
the
it,
next year.
Yeah, just in case something doesn't work out.
Yeah,
right?
because I could hop in, getting ready for the national level. I mean, I could come in probably a week or, especially at this point. I mean, I'm topped at my weight cap. I've already like kind of proven that I can compete at the regional level and win an overall. So I don't think it like giving myself a year and a half to get ready for nationals and then just stepping on a local stage real quick, a month before, a week or two before maybe. Yeah, I should be able to take the cake there. So, feel bad. I don't know. Every now and then you get some freaks that show up at these shows just out of nowhere. They're like, well, it's my first show, but I've been, seriously perfecting bodybuilding for the last 6 years of my life. It's like, oh, okay.
You should do the same show as your client, Austin, and then just
Oh, man.
he's like, what is this?
I don't think he's even going to attempt doing open class. I think
Yeah, he said he's doing physique.
Yeah, he'll do
Okay.
men's physique. I'm trying to talk him into doing classic physique too.
Yeah.
Just because we can get him lean enough.
Yeah.
He's not going to have the size to compete at the open level, but he could be way more conditioned, I think, than most people show up. I feel bad. Some people, they'll go to a show and they don't realize like how lean you actually need to be.
Yeah.
And sometimes that takes a coach talking to somebody or just like knowing the sport well enough. But a lot of people that think, you're just going to cut in, like just start eating less and be a little hungry. It's you're gonna want to die to get ready for this show.
I remember you told me you're like one of the first things you do in the morning is you just sit on this is your peak cut. You sit on the couch and just try to survive.
Yes, that was what I did. So yeah, oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, so at this point I wasn't really sleeping much in the prep. So I was going through these. What I was doing was I was rotating between my bed and the couch. So, and then what I'd do to start every night is I'd put like a towel down. So I'd put a towel on the bed and I'd go and put a towel on the couch. I'd start in the bed, soak the towel, wake up, have to pee, of course. After about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, if I was lucky, I could get a good hour stretch. So I'd wake up, be wide awake again, go pee, and then I'd go lay on the couch.
Wait, why would you soak the towel?
Just sweating.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
lose
Oh, okay.
weight,
Yeah, just sweating. And then, I'd go to the couch, maybe read a book or something to get myself to go back to sleep, try to stay off the screens. But a lot of times I'd end up just staring there, like, being like, man, I'm so hungry, dude. For like, it would be 2 a.m. I'd be like, I'm so hungry.
The fridge.
Yeah, so speaking to you from afar.
Yeah.
Start hearing things.
Yeah, and then I'd knock out on the couch and eventually, and then I'd soak that towel with sweat, get up, pee, go back to the bed, soak the sheet, go back to
We're
the
just
couch.
sweating like
Was
that?
your wife
Yeah.
also next to you whenever you're doing all of this?
Well, she wasn't following me around. She
No,
was
I'm just
knocked
saying
out
like
on
in
her
the
side
bed.
of
I'm saying
yeah.
like, she just.
Yeah, trying to stay away from my furnace. But I was just flipping back and forth, and there was a lot of times where I'd end up, it'd be like 3, 4 a.m. And man, there's just no way I'm going back to sleep. And so I'd be sitting there waiting for the rest of the family to wake up because they were still getting up a little earlier with my wife working at that point. And I'd be sitting on the couch, just like trying to make it.
I still think it's insane when I was telling you about a week before your competition. It's like, hey, do you want to do the triad dodgeball tournament with us? And you were like, yeah, I should be around the time where I'm eating a little bit more carbs. I should be able to get through it.
Yeah.
Dude, I look at pictures and I'll see you like next to me and Seth. I'm like, bro, this dude was like.
Yeah, because I hadn't carved up yet
Yeah.
either for the show at
Yeah.
that point. That was before peak week. So that was
Yeah.
right after probably the hardest time of prep. And then I was like, well, I'll get to eat a little carbs that day, so it should be fine. I literally ate a thing of Pop-Tarts, and that was what got me through that.
Me and Colin were also injured because I had like something weird with my knee going on. And
Yeah, I
then
literally
you hurt your hamstring or
the
something.
first round, I sprint to the ball. And I was like, I've always been fast.
Did you even stretch?
No,
Yeah.
but I haven't sprinted in forever. And so I completely feel pop in my hamstring, and I don't even get the ball. I limp
God.
back. So I ran for no reason, pulled my hamstring, and Seth was like, "You good?" I was like, "I just felt a pop." He's like, "Oh no, it's torn." He's like, "It's torn."
It's over. It's
I was
over.
like, "No way."
Third degree, man.
Tell us about whenever like we were about to leave, and you like you leave like early, but you
Yeah.
finally pull up next to me. Like we're on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
did you say?
Yeah, I left early because I knew I needed to go eat. And so,
To survive.
yeah, I'm not making it much longer. So that's why there was
You
no
had
way
about
we were
10
doing the
minutes.
finals. Y'all would have done it without me if we made it. So. But no, I get out to my car and super sweaty, so I just changed shirts because I got like leather seats and I didn't want to be uncomfortable. And as I'm like, finishing up in the back, I go to get in my actual seat. So I open the driver's doors, go to step in, and I think it was this hamstring first, like curling in, locked up. So then I went to like straighten it out, and then the quad cramped. So then I pulled off the weight of that leg, and this leg cramps up. And then so at that point, I'm like, holding the door across.
Turned into
You're doing like an iron cross. You're Highlander.
hold me, Jack.
Glutes are so tight.
Titanic
Like,
Dude,
Turn into the
I remember
Titanic
you
scene.
pull up
on the
next to
fucking
me, and I'm
boat.
just talking to my family and them, and you're just like, dude, I cramped so hard in my car for 5
full
minutes.
body lockup.
Everything's it's just
And then you
long.
just drive off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have planned the electrolytes better during that. I don't think there was any getting around that, honestly, because I was so depleted at that point.
Trooper for doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the key.
sure.
If you want to win overall in your show, do a dodgeball tournament
You
week
have-
before.
you have
It'll
Play
lean you out.
A couple hours dodgeball and excitement there.
Yeah.
It'll lean you out.
And then everything will cramp. And
Bro, we were falling apart. Seth and
it's
Haley
so
were
funny.
out of breath.
Yeah.
My hamstring was gone. Spencer's about to pass away.
I was
My knee. I
fun.
was walking weird.
I was having fun. I was just
Caleb was chilling.
we need Triad to do a tug of war.
Yeah,
contest
tug
next
of
year.
war.
strength. Do something strength.
Yeah.
Please, if you're watching this, which you're probably not.
There were some people like getting so into it.
I know.
They're
super
honestly making me mad.
Dude,
The way they were acting.
my mom and sister were there and Bailey, and they were just annoyed by this group of guys who were just like freaking out over this thing. And I was like, buddy, we're like,
This is
This is a
charity.
charity
This
event,
is just
please.
charity.
yeah. I was like, you get nothing out of this.
Maybe we would have been more competitive.
You had to
we
buy the
we would have
t-shirt.
acted different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we would have been like, yeah,
Couldn't
screaming,
win
but
that.
we kind of didn't win, but one game.
We won one game.
Yeah, against Define Nutrition, destroyed them.
That's right. That's right. Got the win against them too.
Yeah, they lost to a 300-pound strongman.
It was honestly so funny because after the first round, Seth was just out of breath so bad, and I was like, oh, we are cooked.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
It was hard.
But
Yeah. But anyways, I had a question.
Yeah.
What are your guys' top supplements that we use? Because I know we talked a little bit about some of my supplement use. If we want to get into it, but
You gonna start, Claudio?
Yeah. I don't really take too many supplements, but I would say I have been taking this little like nitrogen stack. I don't know if it does anything, but I've been doing it.
What
and
for?
then just better blood flow, better.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's it. And the creatine, and that's really it. Just 10 grams every single day.
what do you feel like the nitric oxide stuff does for strength as like a powerlifting strongman training guy?
I feel like it doesn't do too much for the main compounds,
Mm-hmm.
but once I go over to accessories, I have noticed my pumps are a little
Yeah,
better.
you feel better pumps.
Yeah, that's really about it. I'm just trying to see if I can gain anything.
You can get a
out
little
of it.
taste of bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Right.
Feel good when you're hurting.
Yeah, and then I have taken what's the one that makes you
Triple
test
no the
500
Oh,
milligrams.
sustenance.
Deca?
no,
That's
the one that makes you
D-ball.
D-ball.
Sorry, the one that makes you sleepy.
Heroin?
Melatonin.
Yeah, melatonin. Gosh, damn.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for sometimes I'll take melatonin, but
Fentanyl?
the
you don't
dreams I
see the
get,
scary monsters or anything in your sleep.
the dreams I get from that are like wild. So I kind of stopped doing that because they were freaking me out. They were way too lucid.
You get the fent fold from it.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
The
So,
monster does the fent fold after he takes the melatonin.
but yeah, I mean, I don't really. I just try to sleep as best as I can and drink as much water as I can and just hit my macros. That's about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, I only really I've started taking a multivitamin recently. I don't know if it's placebo, but like I've been so tired, and like I was like I try anything to at least I don't know if it's like just needing vitamin D more or what, but like I was just like I need to take something to make me feel more awake because I've been like so tired throughout the day, if I don't have an energy drink or anything. So I took a multivitamin, and it seemed multivitamin is something that helped me, I guess. I hope so, if it's just placebo. And then I pretty much just take creatine. I'm taking 10 grams too. So
one thing I noticed, once I started like drinking a lot more water more consistently, I felt myself having a lot more energy and just mental clarity in general. So I've been trying to, the goal has been 6 liters every single day, and usually I can get 5 pretty consistently, and then I barely get 6.
Sounds crazy. Tiny bit of salt in the water, and you'll drink a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, tiny bit, just enough to where it like you don't taste salt, but it makes the water a
Aquafina.
little more like drinkable.
Every once in a
Aquafina
while,
effect.
because I do like flavored water. So every once in a while, I'll either like a flavor packet, or I have like a billion element little thingamajigs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So every once in a while, I'll just stick one in there, and then I'll get through that liter like really quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have my bottle right there waiting for me.
it's not a frame.
Yeah.
Colin, what about you? Any supplement use?
Yeah, so creatine, obviously.
Yeah.
Lots of creatine.
Really?
Dude,
What kind
can
of
tell?
creatine?
Can tell?
Is it flavored or no?
It is not flavored. I've never had flavored creatine. Never will.
Me neither.
Fruit punch was okay.
a waste of
I
money.
used to use that one.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, just creatine. I remember when I used to, get more into, when I was more into bodybuilding workouts and stuff like that. I would have BPN supplements is what I would get, and it was the BPN like Flight, but I would mix it in with like their pump formula like with it, and I don't know like what was really in it besides, and then a little bit of beta alanine as well. So I would just mix all this up, and it was like insane.
Yeah.
Because it felt like I would like my muscles were gonna like explode or something because of how
like you
much
just got
pump
injured.
and blood flow I was getting from the beta alanine and the caffeine. What's funny? I have a funny story. But the first time I ever took pre-workout, I went to this. I used to work at a sub shop, Firehouse in Edmond. This is back in high school. I went over to the nutrition shop next door, and this dude, I was like, "Yeah, I want to get like my first like protein powder tub or whatever." And then he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Ever take pre-workout?" I was like, "No, I've never had it." And he was like, "Well, here's a little sample you can take." I didn't know how much grams it was. This is also a dude who took like, what is it, dark matter or something? What was that? Yeah, he would take
Jacked or
that
whatever. Talking about jacked. The one that was,
something
crazy.
like
It's
like-
DMAAs and stuff.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like banned now
Yeah,
in the U.S.
and so and
'Cause it had meth
I
in it.
took that sample, went up to the YMCA. I drank. I was like, "No, I'll drink it." I took it, and I was doing a leg day. I felt my heart was gonna explode. The amount of like beta alanine, I had to do bicep curls, pull ups, just to somehow get it out of my system. Because my arms were, I was like, I gotta do something with my arms. I start curling. I literally felt like, I was like, is this steroids? Like, what is this? I was like 16.
Is this what steroids?
I was really like 16 or something, dude. And
Yeah, I remember the first time I took pre-workout was whenever I had already graduated high school, and it was some like crazy ass name. It was like Godzilla goes to super hell and dies or something like that, and it also had DMAA,
Yep.
and like as soon like it kicked in, and then I just had to like leave the gym, and I get to my house. I just lit in a dark room trying to drink water. Like I turned all the lights off. I just laid flat, and my heart was just like. Yeah, it was
he's like, this is the end of my
About
life.
to
kinda
have a heart attack
scary.
right here.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
felt
God.
like Godzilla going.
Yeah, you're about to
Godzilla
power up
and Super
shoot
Hill.
it. Yeah, you're fucking wom, wom.
Yeah, gosh.
But those are like all the supplements I took, just the pump, caffeine, like the pre-workout, creatine, whatever. I would do like joint supplements or whatever, but I like never really took those or multivitamins too much. Yeah, that was pretty much it. But now, like during my all of strongman training, I was eating a ton. Like a lot of people here saw it, but I was eating a ton of watermelon in the middle of all my workouts. And I'm telling you, like I would be completely depleted after yoke or clean and press. I would eat like 10 slices of watermelon, and I think there's a lot of is it L-citrulline that's in it?
Citrulline in it, yeah.
Yeah, and ton of water. And I'm telling you, I was like hit by second winds after eating 10 of those 10 slices, and I was like, this is like, and I was starting to get addicted to it. I was like craving watermelon. I was like, I can't work out without it. And then
I feel like that's not bad.
No,
It's
Those are the
not.
worst things.
It's not, and it didn't really affect my digestion at all, too.
I mean, what?
It's just water.
It's healthy.
I
It's
mean,
Well, yeah, but if you eat a ton, dude, like you're gonna get the
well, I mean,
runs.
yeah, that's yeah.
I mean,
but-
'cause it's easily digestible. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just throwing it down, and yeah, it was just like it was amazing because I would like feel so good, hydrated, and I was just like I was eating a melon a week, and I was also eating 2 pineapple a week, just slamming
fruit
it.
maxing
Yeah,
right now.
it was. I was fruit maxing hard. That got me through all my training. I can't wait till watermelon start. Like, I need to find good watermelon because it's hard right now in the season.
Just go to.
Watermelon is a supplement.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's like.
I mean,
It was the
I love
best.
watermelon too. Like I was taking it a lot too. I was
we
eating
should,
it a
we
lot.
should start
Take
building
the
a
watermelon.
supplement.
You should make
Um,
a powdered watermelon supplement.
Honestly,
Dehydrated water.
But
How
it
many
was crazy
kids are
because
super
like, yeah, when I was so just depleted and feeling exhausted, I loved just eating it because it felt like a snow cone and it tasted good and a lot of water. Like I was just like, man, this is what I need. In this chalk infested gym, I was like, I need
Put a little
this.
powdered sugar on there.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. It was dude, I'm telling you, dude, watermelon was the
Yeah.
cheat code. What I do want to know is what's your stack?
My stack has evolved a lot over
Since-
the years. When I worked at that supplement store, it's funny you were telling that story about the samples and stuff. I had to take all the samples, right? So these companies would come in and they give me all kinds of stuff. And I remember a pre-workout called Limitless, and that one literally, I've never had anything else do this, but it gave me tunnel vision. Legitimate, like all I could see was the little tunnel.
you
And
went,
so I'm
like,
at
blind.
Planet Fitness, dude,
Yeah.
just like locked in, just working out. You know, like a dip machine or something. I don't know what I was.
Dude,
doing
this
back
is literally
then,
what
but-
that nutrition guy was telling me. He's saying the pre-workout he takes like the dark matter or whatever. He told me he's like you literally like only focus on the workout.
Yeah, yeah, it has to be some concoction of DMA, DMHA, and
Yeah.
Adderall.
yeah.
Yeah, you're just
Back in
yeah.
the, sorry.
My stack now, especially right now, is I have like a health supplement stack that I take based on my blood work. So for me, it's a multivitamin, fish oil, vitamin E, astragalus root. I think it's called nattokinase, vitamin D and K supplement, and I think that's about it. Oh, Tudka as well.
it has this
Yeah.
whole list. I'm like, yeah, I eat
Yeah.
watermelon.
That's like my daily.
Watermelon maxing.
Pre-workout watermelon.
Melon maxing, baby.
That and my TRT normal dose and a little
what's a
dose of
normal
GH,
dose?
little light session. But I mean, I still have my whole list from a actual like bodybuilding prep.
Well, so yeah,
And I can-
how deep does it go?
can
Like
tell
whenever
you-
you're in prep.
Yeah, this is gonna blow people's minds. All right, so I'm not gonna say the amounts or when or how long I took things. I'll just say what it was over the period of a contest prep. So
Get ready.
testosterone, Primo, Masteron, Trenbolone, Winstrol, Anavar, growth hormone, telmisartan, Cialis, retatrutide, 5-amino-1-MQ, NMN, T4, GC1, Sobatrome, L-carnitine, a MIC blend, Cardarine, SLU PP332, methylene blue, MOT-C, and plus all the health supplements. So, yeah.
Do you think if you mix all of that, you could create like Master Chief or something? Like,
Yeah.
The next
that
to
the
the soldier.
super- yeah.
Well, that's what they
Super
try to
Soldier
tell
Serum.
you is in those mass gainer blends, but no.
Ass blasters.
Yeah, it's
Blasters.
the
Gas
reality
gainer.
of the reality of bodybuilding, and it's funny we talk about supplements because you start off with wanting to lift weights. Like we all just told our story of how we started, and then we just told our story how we got into supplements. When I started, I'm thinking, okay, you lift. Then it's like, oh, there's the supplements. That's what it is, right? It's these guys. You know, they're at that time. I'm not too familiar with how they do it now, but you know, you used to have these popular bodies, and they would promote like BSN's new stack that they're coming out with, like these 3 supplements or whatever. This is what they take. So I'm thinking, well, it's got to be the supplements. So I get the supplement stacks, you know, the NO Explode and the Arnold Pump and the mass gainers and the creatines. And then you learn like, oh, they're on steroids.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay,
No, I gotta.
I got to take a steroid, right? So you're like, oh, let me get some some D-ball pills, and then you find out, well, oh, you have to be on testosterone really to take anything else. And then then you start to learn like the healthier protocols. Like, okay, so it's a couple steroids at this point. So you're like, okay, everybody's on that. That's the secret. They're on like a couple different steroids. And then you realize like, wow, they take way more than I thought too. Because you see all these, 200 milligrams of this, 500 of this. And you learn like, no, it's 1,000 of this and like 700 of this and 300 of this. And then you're like, okay, well, this has to be it. And then you find out about growth hormone, this other super expensive compound. And then you're like, oh, you have to use that too. They're all using that at the high level. Like it really does make the difference. And then you're like, okay, that's got to be it, right? Got to take my steroids and then my growth hormone and my supplements. Nope, it doesn't end there. Guess what's mainstream now? That's always been in the bodybuilding scene: peptides. Yeah. So all this was like underground. It's funny that it's all come to light now and people know this stuff. But like, you did not know this 10 years ago even. So, you got these peptides, and then there's like 1 million of them that people are using. And you realize you go from like, oh, these people are maybe doing a shot, they're shooting up steroids, to it's 8 to 12 shots a day for top level bodybuilding. 8 to 12 shots a day leading into like contest preps like that. Boom. L-carnitine's a shot, MOTC's a shot, retatrutide's a shot, growth hormone's a shot, the steroids are a shot. They're all shots. Everything's a shot because you can't take this stuff orally either. There's like no bioavailability. L-carnitine, don't waste your money on it in the store. You got to inject it.
Is your butt cheek just like sore all the time? Or like,
yeah. It definitely like it can hurt for sure. So somebody hijacked you. but yeah.
Hold on, I disconnected somehow. I thought I was connected. I don't know why I disconnected. Should we go? Somebody go tell him.
Yeah, do you want to go ask
Spencer,
if he is? He should have headphones.
Yeah, it's just gonna sound like a gym because it is a gym. But yeah. Anyways, but that's really the dark side reality of bodybuilding that no one really wants to talk about. But it's just full of supplements and extracurricular supplements. But really, you learn that the like supplements that are over the counter and stuff that you see online and everything, a lot of it's just BS. Because right now, like I use my health supplements because I base that on my blood work and what I've seen actually change my blood work. So I like that. I like to keep my cholesterol like perfect and stuff. But other than that, protein powder and creatine. Protein powder is great because you hit your protein needs. Creatine's like really well studied. So,
Yeah.
But and then you just see like everything else was a waste of money because it really doesn't make a difference. Like you can take every supplement that's on the shelf at the store, and then you could take literally just TRT, and it'll just smoke the $400 that you just spend every month on supplements. Yeah. So you might as well just take that, invest it into a real estate property, and
Wait,
this is not medical advice.
I don't actually unless you do your research.
Yeah. And then the biggest thing is like really with bodybuilding specifically, I don't know about you guys, is just the clean diet, eating a good diet, and like you don't need all the other supplements. Literally just talking about like watermelon being a huge performance enhancer. Salt intake was like a game changer for me, learning how to utilize salt correctly. And then orange juice, I've always loved that as a pre-workout.
I like drinking cranberry juice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cranberry juice is great too because it's got iodine in it, which a lot of people, their thyroids get clogged. So you have iodine receptors on your thyroids, which help, your thyroid does all the things it does with the hormones. Most people complain that the thyroid's bad. Well, it's really because their diet's awful. And what happens is other things can attach to these iodine receptors. And so they get, clogged up with a bunch of crap. Well, you can drink cranberry juice or use the iodized salt was like America's solution to not having enough iodine in our diets. And so, but yeah, cranberry juice is great. And so like you can really like stay a lot leaner and utilize food a lot better with cranberry juice. Another big supplement right there. Don't waste your money. on a ton of supplements.
Just
There's,
good TRT.
there's good stuff. There's creatine. There's like certain pre-workouts can like help you get a better workout, I guess, which is cool. But don't think that pre-workout's going to be what puts 5 pounds on you in a month. That's not going to happen.
And if you're trying to think about what pre-workout to take, if you're trying to think of what creatine to take, enter in the 2026 USAPL State Championships, and you will get some hydration sticks from Define Nutrition, and you have a chance to win some Define Nutrition pre-workout and creatine. So if you are signed up, that's what you're looking for.
Most important supplements to get right there.
Yes, and then all athletes signed up will get a free pack of hydration stick in their goodie bag.
That's right.
Well, what about cheat meals? What's the best cheat meal?
Whatever I can get my hands on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really. I eat pretty consistently. It's not like I don't eat like super clean, obviously, but like if I'm going out with friends, I'm just gonna get whatever. Like,
Yeah. I had a crazy cheat meal when I was really into like my cut. Like my diet was always like grilled chicken, rice, ground turkey. I would have protein French toast that I would eat in the morning, which was good. Like I had a really strong sweet tooth, so my first 2 meals of the day would be peanut butter chocolate protein oatmeal, and then the next meal would be protein French toast.
Did you watch the Greg Doucette video for that?
Yeah, I was watching Greg Doucette a lot in this video.
I did the same thing.
This was like 2021, 2022.
Because of him.
Yeah, so
I was getting nutrition from Daniel Malone for a little bit.
Yeah.
And he also had me eating protein French toast.
Dude, it was like
good.
it was a
It's so
trend,
good.
dude.
It's so good.
So
it was
I
pretty
would
filling, and I liked
Yeah,
it.
It was that always ground turkey, rice, grilled chicken, but I was really strict. I was maintaining like 198 and relatively lean, and then I was like, you know what? Like anytime did my cheat meals, I was still just craving sweets, and so my cheat meal was the most chocolate meal you would ever see in your life. It was protein French toast, but what I used instead of the cinnamon protein powder, it was my chocolate peanut butter protein powder, and then I would mix it with chocolate syrup, and then I would have chocolate chips in it, and then when it was done, I would put more chocolate syrup on it, and then I would have a glass of like chocolate milk Fairlife. So it was just all chocolate.
So it feels like it's pretty healthy too, though.
Yeah, it was relatively healthy, but man, like after eating that, I took a picture of it and it just looked disgusting. But after it just looked like
just
brown slop.
it was just poop slop, dude. And I mean, I destroyed it, and then it kind of helped with my craving a little bit. And another thing that I would do for like my sweets craving was I actually saw it was like a clip from what's her name, Courtney King, C-Bum's wife. Mm-hmm. She was talking about like if she's ever craving sweets, she would brush her teeth, like really like a little bit. That way, like you don't want to eat sweets with like
your teeth
when you just brush your teeth. So she would do that a little bit, and it would kind of keep her from doing it or from folding.
It's kind of smart.
Yeah, and I would do that a little bit. But of course, when I got into powerlifting, I was like, yeah.
I could eat whatever.
One of my bulking meals was because I was hard for me to bulk at first. I couldn't eat enough, and I was eating. Man, it was so bad. It was 2 packets of top ramen with a ton of sriracha sauce. Like none of the seasoning, just a ton of sriracha sauce, Chick-fil-A sweet and spicy sauce, or sweet and spicy sriracha sauce, and then I would mix it with chicken. Yeah, I'd mix it with chicken, and dude, the amount of carbs I was eating was insane. But yeah, I got from 195 to 220 in a month. It was like the best month of my life too, because I was like
eating everything,
like a ton of protein, ton of rice.
Water buffalo.
Yeah, dude.
I was so bloated, and then I stayed at 220 for a year, and then I got lean again at 220, and then I got to 230, stayed around there for a year, stayed pretty lean. Now I'm trying to do that with 250. We'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked sushi and poke a ton.
Your
Those
mass
my cheat
blast.
meals. Yeah.
That's the mass blast.
Well, the mass blast, those were crazy because I was trying to I had to get an average of over 8,000 calories a day was like my goal there.
Gosh,
What's like
Which
a
is like kind of
nuts.
normal for a bulk now for me. So really, I was probably pushing like 10K a day on those heavy, like those like couple days that I was really pushing.
I feel like I wouldn't count sushi as too much of like a cheap meal. It's just
No,
like
I mean-
it's like a calorie
Well,
surplus
that's
meal, but
kind
like
of what I was gonna say too. Is like the poke and the sushi like were pretty clean meals, cheap meals, I guess, for bodybuilding. But now,
what's like dirty? that you-
well, yeah. So moving to Oklahoma now is like for me, it's at Brahms is kind of become one of my favorite cheat meals because you can't beat. It's less than $9, and you can get a double cheeseburger with a milkshake and fries like that. Who else does that?
What do you know? What do you know about the bag of burgers?
That's
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
literally.
burgers. That's a
What are you doing?
lifesaver.
It's so
That's
good.
a lifesaver. I've been
Dude.
caught out and about too, where I've been working really hard on something physically too, maybe on some properties, and I didn't have food and bag of burgers.
It's like
saved my
it's like the
life.
best blue
Dude,
collar
there-
job.
There
Yeah.
was so many times in college where we would just go to Brahms every time after we work out and just get a bag of burgers.
Yeah, because it's what 5 burgers
it's
for
like $10 or
less
even
than
less.
that. It's like $6 or $7.
during COVID, especially like during the thick of COVID, I used to work like remodeling houses and stuff like that. And like my go-to meal, if there was a Brahms in the town, like wherever I was in, was always to just go to Brahms and get a bag of burgers and just destroy that in like 20 minutes, and then just fart for like the next 5 hours.
Dude, I think Firehouse Subs might be my favorite place that's kind of dirty. Because me and my brother worked there for 2 years in high school.
No, to make it right.
Yeah, but man, like the amount, dude. There's one time where I was in the peak of just like you got to eat big to be big and all that.
Rich
And
Rihanna, baby.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. This one guy, I still remember his name was David. He did this huge phone order. It was a large sandwich, which was 12 inches, and then 2 medium sandwiches, which were 8 inches, and like a small, like a brownie. He never came to pick it up, and we closed. And it was like an hour. I was like, dude, where's this guy at? So I ate all of it.
You had to.
Dude, I got to throw it away. I'm not throwing it away. I ate the whole large sandwich, the 2 mediums, the small sandwich, and the brownie. It was like
Crazy.
probably 12,000 calories. And I don't
Taking
even
it
know
home
what the
Sarah.
macros were on it. Yeah, because
1,000
each
grams
large
of
sub
fat.
was 1,200 alone, almost 15.
God,
If you eat pretty much
Oh
2
my
of those, with the brownie was like 900 calories. It was insane. If you ever
Some
think
soda.
if you think Firehouse is healthy, it is not. It is not even close to being healthy. And yeah, I threw it down, and I've never been sick of Firehouse. I just had it like last week with my brother.
So I eat relatively clean for the most part, but I know sushi doesn't really count, but like I feel like that's the only thing I like try to just eat the most of until I just can't anymore. Anytime we go
It just
out to eat
feels
sushi.
good, like
It-
eating a lot of it, because
yeah,
you're
it
like, oh,
does.
so this
Yeah, I don't feel
rice.
terrible after eating it.
Well, that's because it's not very high in fat.
Yeah.
Doesn't fish like it doesn't really bog you down like
Yeah.
like if you eat like a big steak
Yeah.
or like a bunch of chicken, something more fatty like that.
If I were to say like the thing I would love eating the most that's like super just fat is probably like an entire box of crumble cookies. I don't know why, but depending on what they are for the lineup, oh dude, I can mess that up.
I've seen some good ones. Me and Rosie always look at them because we pass the one on May Avenue almost every day. And so every week she'll be like, "When are the cookies?" And we've never gone. So we're just waiting for the 1 week that it's like, we can't pass
This,
it.
this week
That's
doesn't look
good.
too bad. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I was like, I'm trying to be.
What was it
trying to
this
be
week?
good.
It was like a bunch of Christmas stuff, right?
Yeah, there's like an eggnog, tres leches, and like some
Yeah.
other dude. They look.
I've only had crumble like one time.
See, it depends on what it is, because honestly, their cookies are okay for the most part, but depending on what they have, it's like it hits.
You can't
so
really
good.
eat a whole cookie because if you do, it kind of just makes you sick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's best if you get like 6 or something like that, and you just get like all the different flavors, and then you just split it and like with friends and stuff
Like
that.
the first time I had crumble was with Claudio and like a bunch of friends, and we were like, it's only 150 calories a
No.
cookie or 200. I can't remember what we said at first.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, it's only 200 calories a cookie. I was like, really? I was like, okay, well then we can just eat all these cookies and it'd be okay. And after we ate them, we're like, I feel so sick. I was like, my stomach
I could tell
hurts
I ate
so
thousands of
bad.
calories.
Yeah,
and
it was like we ate like 1,000 calories each minimum. Like I was like, there's no way this is only 200 calories. My stomach hurts,
Yeah.
dude.
It turned out that was like the calories for like the little mini cookies. or
Yeah, it
something
was
like
only
that.
for like the small ones, and we're like, oh, that's
Dude,
why.
I think
like a fourth of the cookie.
I think the worst I ever felt was me and my sister's boyfriend wanted to do an eating challenge. And we were like, what should we do? And we're like, oh yeah, 200 McNuggets from McDonald's. And it was only $50 too for
That's
200
not bad, I feel like.
McNuggets.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it was 25 each. And we were like, all right, let's do it. We timed ourselves for an hour. And we streamed it on Twitch. Because I was like, we can't do this for nothing. And then it was an hour pass, and we probably together threw down was it like 140?
That's nuts.
130 or something? I was like, bro, we're not even close. I was like, we were not even close. I was so sick, but never sick of McNuggets, dude. I woke up that next morning and just finished them.
That pink slug, man.
That pink slug. One thing I want to ask is, what would you guys say? Which I've had a debate with my buddies with this before. What would you say is not your favorite, but what would you say is the best fast food? Like, what do you think is the GOAT of them all?
It's
For me, it's Panda Express.
I gotta say.
No, not just like taste wise, but like the franchise, just everything they do. What makes them the GOAT?
I guess like overall, like complete overall, I would say Chick-fil-A. I've never been to Chick-fil-A and been disappointed.
That's what my buddy said.
Yeah,
I disagree.
I think Chick-fil-A for sure.
They're just so happy and
I don't know.
positive.
Like, everything also is like healthier than most places. Like it's even though it's obviously fast food,
Craps, dude.
but like I don't know. I've always like I don't know. I just love everything about
I
Chick-fil-A.
have a very controversial answer. What is yours?
Well, so is this based on like my personal preference, or is
Just
this
based on what
like,
you would agree with that is
Taco
just the
Casa.
GOAT.
everything. It's, yeah.
Because like if
Taco Bell's one of them.
if I analyze
And
it from a
the burger.
business perspective, I mean, I just have to say McDonald's.
I would say
because-
McDonald's is the GOAT.
Yeah,
I would say that it's
started
price,
it,
it's
but, like-
price, availability, it's everywhere. It's 24 hours,
Bro.
and you can like the McNuggets, they slap.
they
the
own
fries
some of the most
slap.
valuable corners in the world.
Yes, you'll find
because
them.
they own
You'll
all the
find them in a
locations.
Walmart. You'll find them in a gas station. They're global.
Find them in Japan.
Yeah, you'll find them in Japan. I'm telling you, it's the GOAT. My buddy said Chick-fil-A or Cane's, and I was
Not
like,
Cane's.
I was like, no. I was like, no.
For
Cane's
sure
doesn't
not
have
Cane's.
variety. Chick-fil-A's good. They're not open on Sundays. They're more expensive than McDonald's,
Yeah.
and they're not everywhere.
Yeah,
like
but
McDonald's.
quality's better.
I feel
in
like-
terms of food and like,
The only thing.
Yeah, I would
McDonald's-
say Chick-fil-A.
or just,
I
like,
would
overall
say
like.
I would personally say Chick-fil-A's, for my preference, is also better. But I have to understand that McDonald's is just the GOAT.
The
of
only
fast
thing
food.
McDonald's offers
Yeah.
that can't be topped
Yeah.
or matched by anyone else is their sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. But then, like, you look at their burgers, there's 1,000 different burger places that are better.
It's like saying like Kobe Bryant's my favorite basketball player, but I have to understand LeBron's the GOAT. You know, it's the same thing.
I do like.
Wait,
me
sorry,
some
say McDonald's is
breakfast.
LeBron?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sure.
McDonald's is LeBron of-
LeBron of fast food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the Kobe
Chick-fil-A
Bryant?
is
Who's the
the
Kobe Bryant?
Chick-fil-A
Who's the,
fast
yeah,
food.
Who's the Kobe Bryant?
Who's the Kobe Bryant? Obviously, Michael.
I would say
Jordan.
MJ's Taco Bell, and I say Kobe Bryant has to be Chick-fil-A.
I could see that maybe.
I feel like
I feel like
I feel like
flip it,
Steph Curry is Chick-fil-A.
I would say SGA's
Ooh, yeah, 'cause he changed the game.
I would say,
Steph Curry is Chick-fil-A.
He changed the game.
I would say SGA's the Shake Shack.
I don't know. Steph Curry could be because he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't have a lot of
He could be-
variety in his game.
He could be
so
Burger
maybe
King.
he's
He
the
could be
Canes.
Burger King because he's
Yeah.
getting kind of
He's the
washed.
Canes because Canes has done really well. They've
Which is the
it's been
only-
impressive. They've scaled tremendously. So
That's true.
they're
Who's
kind
the
of new.
Taco Casa?
Who's
the old reliable.
Who's the
Who's the
Long John
Wendy's?
Silvers?
Who's the Wendy's?
Oh man. Oh no, the Jack in the Box.
Oh, dude.
Wait, we need
Are
a
they
name.
even-
We
are
need
those
to.
even exist anymore?
No, we gotta do what are the fast foods, but instead of using like basketball players, the members here. Who's the GOAT? Who's the McDonald's?
It's
Who's the
either
McDonald's?
Alec or
Or done.
Dylan.
I was gonna
Because
say, what's
Dylan's
the most
best-
locked in?
Dylan's the best sub junior of all time.
But
like,
Alex
point-wise.
recovery from a torn pec to where he is now
Yeah.
is actually
It's true.
insane.
It is true.
Wolverine.
Yeah, he's got Wolverine healing factor.
Steve Rogers, bro. He's Steve
Maybe we'll
Rogers.
switch to Avengers now. Just fucking.
Who's the Golden Corral?
Chase. Chase is the goal.
Yeah, Chase.
Chase is the safe answer.
Oh man,
Oh man, who's the church's
So
chicken?
churches.
Do you guys feel like clean diets and cheat meals and stuff play a pretty big role in strength sports?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think so.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially whenever you take into consideration like their benefits spread out over like a period of years.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
get
It all
Yeah.
adds up. Because if you're eating just complete crap every single day versus somebody eating clean, like you're gonna feel better more consistently. You're gonna have more energy, and even like, just outside of the gym, if you just feel better throughout the day, you'll have less stress. You'll accumulate like less stress, and you'll be able to train better.
Yeah, and if I feel like if you think of, there you go ahead.
No, I mean, well, I was just gonna say, I think more people. Obviously, it's a joke in powerlifting where everybody's fat and you can eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I do feel like most
That's
people don't
training a
understand it's like more people are locked in on their eating than people realize. Like it just feeling good while you're lifting and like getting in your protein and everything is just it's so important for you to get stronger in the sport and like strength wise. It's so important to eat well.
Because Dylan's not improving drastically just based off his lifts and
Right.
all of that. He's got his diet locked in and everything like that.
Yeah, he has a whole nutrition coach.
Yeah,
so,
because
like,
if you eat the carb load appropriately, and if you're eating clean, so you feel good, you're not feeling bloggy during your workouts. Your brain's your cognitivity's doing well and everything, and you're able to focus and definitely like you eat too many bad carbs or too many fats when you shouldn't be doing when you shouldn't be, and then in the middle of your workouts you're just feeling like terrible and
trash.
like
You
just
can't finish it.
yeah.
I've been told by a powerlifter, a member in this gym, that they preferred to consume like the worst possible meal before deadlifts, so they'd be nice and bloated.
I know
and their
exactly
belly
who you're
nice
probably
and tight.
talking about.
But I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
that would put me out of position so bad being bloated with my belt where I'd have to change it up so
I
much.
can see that for squat.
I would see it
squat
for-
makes sense.
I
but
could see it
deadlift,
for
I feel
bench.
like-
I like being really full for bench.
I guess that wouldn't be bad either on bench. Then you just less range of motion and everything. I guess because you're so bloated.
Feeling like crap.
Yeah, but I feel like squat makes the most sense because like then you could easily just like get in the hole easier and just you're heavier. You feel stronger
Yeah.
being heavier too.
If I eat like crap before deadlift, I bend over. I'll
Yeah, I feel like I'd be
throw up
sick.
like a
Cause,
little-
yeah, because when I pull conventional, my back's already almost parallel to the floor because of my short arms, my long legs. So I can't like if I was bloated, dude. It's
It's so funny because with bodybuilding, which I don't think is a strength sport, I think it's more of falls in the line of like the beauty pageant realm of things, which is here in America we only do those for women. In other countries, they do things very differently with bodybuilding shows and pageants and stuff. So it's looked at a little differently. It's looked down upon to say it's a pageant in America, but
Yeah,
it is. There's the performance aspect of it is more like dance in the posing area, and then you're coming out with like the prejudging, and in comparisons you're literally just standing there. I mean, you're holding a pose, which takes effort and it is actually exhausting, and you have to practice that. But we're talking about posing here. We're not talking about like lifting a weight.
but still, I feel like
moving a
even
certain
in like
distance.
Yeah.
even doing a pageant or when women do like the Miss America or whatever, like they're still having to exercise to look
Yeah,
good.
they do. Yeah, so because the nutrition ends up playing like almost all the role in it, because the weightlifting, like the workouts, and then as well as your supplementation or your extracurricular supplements, all have like a role in how your food's used, and so you have to literally give it just perfect race car fuel to get those results out of it. Otherwise, you're clogging up. And when you're lean too, that's a big difference. Is like some of these guys that they may not realize this in the sports of powerlifting or strongman because they've never really been lean enough to see like how much water retention they actually get out of a really bad meal. But like when you're lean and you eat a really crappy meal, you'll see it sometimes for days. Like just one meal could throw you completely off. I mean, it could change. Like people have done those before and after things where they'll actually take the after shot before, and they're like a 24-hour before and after, and then the morning of, they'll be all tight and everything. They maybe get a pump, getting some good down lighting, oil up or whatever. They'll look jacked, and then they just eat a really crappy meal, sit on the couch all day and don't get any blood flow, and like eat a bunch of salt and not drink any water, and then they just look horrible afterwards, and it looks like they did this 60-day transformation in 24 hours. But that's really the difference it makes at that level of conditioning. It can make you look like you're ripped 1 second, and then you eat a bad meal and you look like like you hardly work out from a bodybuilder perspective. But
do you remember that like transformation challenge you did, where your first picture?
Oh my gosh, I don't know how I didn't win this Galleon, but
you didn't win.
I'm gonna blame all of Gallion's followers. I
thought you
Instagram.
won.
No, I got second.
Oh dang!
I should have won, but yeah, I was in my bodybuilding prep, so I was like, "There's no way I don't win this." Like no one else is, unless someone else is prepping for the pro-am.
Your first picture, you were like trying to like.
Yeah, so the first one, what I did was just relax, really, and I just like, and I made sure the angles weren't awesome. And then the next picture, I went in and like, wore my shorts a little better, and stood up more upright and broadened my chest and flexed and everything.
Yeah.
The other one I was just relaxed, and the next one I just completely flexed. Luckily, everyone did that.
Yeah.
So, I was like, look at the pictures, and because when I took them and I'm sitting there looking at them side by side, I was like, first one I look out of shape for a bodybuilder. I'll say that I looked good, but I was out of shape for a bodybuilder. And then the next one, I'm like,
who won?
6 weeks out. I don't know, some guy.
Some guy. Some dude.
Some small,
Joe Schmo, yeah.
puny man.
Yeah, he did well though. He had a great cut, but
He's better than you.
Not as
Hey, but you won overall, so
Yeah.
Hey,
I
like,
got-
you
I got-
could have better than yours.
Yeah.
But what's funny is Galleon gave away more in value for winning their competition than the NPC show did.
No.
What I got me one of these.
You got a shield though.
Yeah,
Next-
that's pretty
next
sick.
one,
Shield and a belt.
I don't know,
he
I
gets a
guess that's-
horse.
That's probably expensive to make.
I would
I
Probably.
mean, it depends where they got it from. Because it could be
Yeah.
like $10
Some
or
team
like
one.
Yeah.
or like 100.
I hope it's
the belt's cool.
Yeah, the belt's cool too.
Yeah, the belt is pretty cool.
Again,
you wear it all the time.
You can't lift in
Yeah.
that. It's like a small, but
Yeah,
extra
see, I don't know
small or
why they
something.
didn't
They
get
want
me
you
to
to
measure
Your
you.
jersey's cool.
The jersey's cool.
The backpack.
Do you use the backpack?
The backpack's sick. Yeah, you got a wolf pack out of that. So yeah, I guess in stuff, for sure, I got a little bit of value out of it. But
I would hope so.
because Triad threw in some Defined supplements too,
Yeah.
which was nice. And then
Shut up.
the clothing.
I mean, you could be like powerlifting where you just get a medal every time, or
Get a
Hey,
plastic medal.
I did get
Yeah.
sponsored. I forgot about
Yeah.
that, but like I don't post about them or anything because it's really, I feel bad. It's kind of a useless sponsorship to sponsor me for it's a posing trunk company.
oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm not even gonna say their name because I don't want to affiliate. I'm such a
I
horrible.
want to get. I want to
Plus,
get.
yeah, I thought they started sponsoring you like this next year, right?
Yeah, well, they said they wanted to give me a full season,
Yeah.
and I told them, I was like, well, I'm not competing for
Yeah, it's
a full
a
season.
while, yeah,
so-
yeah.
And they're like, oh, all right, yeah. So maybe I'll pick them back up once I start nationals, and then I continue to compete.
Right.
If I continue to compete at that level, I'll let people know. But it's not really my thing to post posing trunk pictures all the time.
I want to
Yeah,
get.
that's fair.
I was talking to Austin about this because he's doing his getting trunks and stuff. I want to get like, if we could get like brew house trunks for him,
That'd be cool.
and then if you wanted to get brew house trunks too.
Well, you could wear them you can't wear them on stage, but
Oh, you can't.
no,
Really?
they can't have any logos or anything like that.
What?
It'd be solid
I guess that
colors.
makes sense. Same thing like
Yeah.
powerlifting, like you
Well, we'll
go
just
to
have to
national
tattoo it
meet.
on you then.
Yeah, yeah, you could. You could get a brew house barbell tattoo just on my back. So that's my best shot.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and ruin it.
Yeah.
Big black ink too.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Dang it, I forgot.
What, tattoos and bodybuilding? I'm actually really happy. Mine, I guess they're faded enough because I didn't use sunscreen. But
Oh, I was gonna mention about saying like you were saying that like in powerlifting you get like a medal.
Yeah,
Not unless you do a brew house barbell meet
that's true.
because you can win money, you win supplements, and you get a cool medal.
And the overall lifter for male and female will be having a really cool prize.
Yeah, something really cool.
yeah,
really cool.
Only we'll find out if you sign up.
I've kind of heard through the grapevine that like brew house barbells seems to be like they're going to be consistently giving away more than pretty much anybody else. Huh?
Yeah, I think
In
so.
any of these
It
meets.
is kind of interesting. You think about it. We have to
'Cause you
give away a
can-
lot of money.
You can win an easy medal just being low in your weight class, but if you work hard enough, you can win a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Only way to find out is if you sign up.
2026
Make sure
USA
you sign up
PLC
before February
Championships.
1st, otherwise you will get hit with a fine.
Yeah, you have by February
Late fee fine.
1st. Gavin, you asked me about it February 1st.
Sign up. Sign up. Sign up.
Sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up,
Sign up. Sign up. Sign up. Okay.
I have one more topic I want to discuss before we close out.
Okay.
I want to rank the top 5 Call of Duties. Top 5 Call of Duties of all time.
Battlefield 6,
I
number
put
one.
Ghost number 1.
Black Ops 7.
So do you want to go first, Claudia?
Ghost number 1.
Okay.
That's mine.
Okay. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
You just don't want to do top 5, like Colin said.
Okay. For real, top 5.
Yeah.
Ghost.
Because I'm not the most avid Call of Duty player because I played Halo.
He's lame.
Um,
Just kidding.
but from my experience and like the most amount of fun I've had, I'd say Modern Warfare 3 is my number 1, just because that's the one I played the most whenever I was little and everything was good in the world.
I was happy.
yeah, back whenever I was happy. And then number 2, I would say not modern, Black Ops 2, just because I like the futuristic setting, and then how like the campaign they had like multiple endings and stuff like that.
Wait, you know what we should do? I should just read off the list of all of them, and we just rank from S tier to D tier.
Or we could just do top 5 like we're doing right now.
All right.
I mean,
Okay,
I feel
so
like that's
number
Because
two.
I didn't.
way complicated.
Number
We could probably do that in post.
number
Maybe.
3.
You think?
Number 3, I would say, is Modern Warfare 2, because I really like the kill streaks and the campaign also.
Dude. NBAC 130 boss.
And then number 4 would be World at War, because
That is-
like I wasn't the biggest multiplayer
Mm-hmm.
person, but I did like the campaigns a lot, especially for World at War. I played that as a little kid, and it was a little traumatizing.
The
Dude.
campaign was
Yeah.
brutal.
It was like you're like
Yeah.
8 watching people just get absolutely
Oh, yeah.
murdered.
Bayoneted by kamikaze
Dude.
dudes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I guess Call of Duty 3, because that was like the very, very, very first Call of Duty I ever played on the Wii. Call of Duty 3 on the Wii.
On the Wii?
is number
I've never
5.
even played that one.
I
so
played on the
alright,
PS2.
I feel like for my top 5, number 1 has got to be Black Ops 2 for me. Like growing up, I played that so much with my friends. Like we did, like tried to play professional. Like we were in leagues and everything growing up, and the memories were it was so much fun for me. I got to play it competitive, and it was just awesome. Second one, I'd probably go with MW2. Modern Warfare 2 was just so good too. Like it's close with Black Ops 2 for me. I just like the old Call of Duties. And then I'd go with probably Ghosts is number 3. Like I just enjoyed the story a lot too in that game, and again, it's just kill streaks, everything was so much fun. Number 4, honestly, I know I'd probably say Black Ops 1, just because it's nostalgic. Also, it's like it's such all the gun sounds and everything, like zombies, like it was just so fun to play. Also, like the original zombies. And then number 5, I'd probably go with, I don't know, man, probably Black Ops 3,
Mm-hmm.
just because it was another good one too. And I wasn't big into like exosuits and stuff, so I was like, So yeah.
All right. Mine are a little bit different. So my number 1, dude, it's like between the 3 BOs. I would say, okay, for me, I would say BO1 is going to be my number 1 because of the visuals, the sounds. I think it has the best story mode, in my opinion. I would say it has the best story mode. Zombies was scary. The multiplayer was really fun. I would just say it's my number 1. I never I always have a good time playing it. My number 2 would have to be Black Ops 3 because that was the most I've ever grinded. That was the most I ever grinded, and going for Master Prestige, Dark Matter, Master Prestige and Zombies, all of that. Also play with all my friends on there too. Like, I was the first time I'd have like 5 other friends just full stack on like the games or whatever, multiplayer. And it was my freshman year of high school too, so we were like, it was just fun around that time, just being like 15.
It was just peak.
Yeah, it was peak, dude. It was peak because Destiny 1 was out around that time too, and that's
Destiny 2 was.
it was Destiny 1.
Destiny 1 was.
Yeah, and that's like
so
I'd go back and forth on those games with my buddies.
So fun.
But anyway, my third would probably have to be Advanced Warfare. It was different, and me and my buddy played it a lot. It also helped my addiction of gambling because of supply drops first came out in Advanced Warfare. I just love the game a lot. Actually, no, I'd have to put that in 4. I'd have to put Black Ops 2 and 3. But it's just I don't want to have the first Black Ops or the 3 Black Ops, but 1, 2, and 3.
Why not? I mean,
But
they're
This
good,
is your list.
But
yeah,
yes,
yours.
they're so good. I would have to put Black Ops 2, mostly because Advanced Warfare, yeah, I'll just put that at 4, but 3 BO2 because of the search and destroy lobbies. The multiplayer was unreal. Like
So fun.
the community, dude. Vanoss Gaming.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the biggest. Yeah, that was.
Vanoss Gaming.
I like his
so
prop
fun
hunts.
watching his videos.
His prop
Dude.
hunts were the best.
His
Yeah,
shotgun
all of that.
montages
His
and-
trolls, dude.
Oh,
Dude, that was the best time of all time, dude.
Yes.
Is Black Ops 2. The trailers, the zombies. I would say is probably the best, like playable BO3 probably, but like, dude, BO2 had Origins, Buried,
Yeah, all
Mob of the
zombie
Dead.
maps.
Transit was hate on, but you know what?
I like Transit.
I like Transit. My buddy likes Die Rise. I still think that's stupid. So Connor, if you're watching this, the Die Rise is dumb, buddy.
Which one had Ascension? That was my favorite.
BO1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an
That's
extension pack, right?
Ascension, yeah, it's the first map pack.
Yep.
First strike. Anyway, yeah, BO2, and then and it had diamond camo. That was cool. BO3. You know what I hate about BO2 though is all the simps that had Call of Duty girlfriends in Search and Destroy. If there's a girl in the
What do you
lobby,
mean?
if there's a girl in the lobby,
I
there's
see what you're
always that
saying.
one guy.
Oh my god, is that a girl?
Don't you ever talk about her like that. Don't you ever say that to my queen. Literally. And then the freaking trick shot guys who would ruin Search and Destroy. But anyway,
I was that guy. I'm sorry.
yeah. You couldn't hit a shot, buddy. And then I guess my fifth would have to be probably Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 2 is good, but Modern Warfare 3 I had more experience, like better experience. It was also the first. Unfortunately, I was like when it first came out, I was too young to like go to the what's it called, like the
Like the midnight drops.
the
and
midnight
stuff on
premiere,
the-
whatever you call it, whatever they call it,
yeah.
midnight premiere. My brother went, but dude, I was like, I wish I could have like done that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Modern Warfare 3. I think that was the first. Did that come out after BO1?
What?
Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, I think so.
Did it?
Yeah, it was Modern Warfare 2,
so.
BO1, then Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 3, and then
Yeah.
BO2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the second Call of Duty that I really played because I played like World at War and the old ones, but like this was the second one I really played, and nothing beats the Silence ACR, dude, or Silence MP7. That was
It was good.
it, dude. In the Moab, I just love like the Infected, like that whole game.
In fact,
Oh,
it was so
I
much
love the
fun,
Modern
too.
Warfare 3 Infected.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really liked the 2019 Modern Warfare, but it was just the amount of sweats that like
Yeah.
it created the slide cancel, which just kind of doomed COD. But Warzone during COVID was pretty fun. But anyway,
It's funny because my list starting at number 1 is going to be Modern Warfare 2019.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow,
So,
okay.
I think that was like their first taste at expanding the game into like the new age thing, and they
Yeah.
did it well. And then they veered off after that.
it's just that engine took
Yeah.
over.
Yeah. So 2019 was like the first kind of glance that we got at like what Call of Duty could be fully done out, and then they went well, now we're going to have cartoon characters jumping around, slide canceling. And I'm like, no, it needs to be a military guy.
Dude, because you see Homelander assassinate Rey Mysterio, and then 21 Savage will fly in with Ghostface,
and then shoot you, and you turn into a unicorn fart.
and then Beavis and Butt, and then you hear Beavis and Butt in the background just
So, yeah, that's really
the Fortnite effect, dude.
I think
Nicki Minaj in there too.
They saw the money, dude.
Oh my god.
I think all the ones that came after 2019 is what kind of like made people forget that 2019 was actually pretty decent. And then like second place for me is Modern Warfare 2, the OG, and then just because that one like some map High Rise, like just great memories there. And then number 3 for me would probably be Black Ops 1. That one I did play on Wii. So playing on Wii because you have to have both, right? You have to walk around with the little thumb thing, and then you're pointing.
Dude, I would be horrified playing zombies on the Wii.
Playing on the Wii.
But yeah, so Black Ops at number 3, just nostalgic there. And then 4 for me is probably Call of Duty 2, the big red one.
That one was good.
Yeah, that was a decent.
I played it on
game.
PS2.
Yeah, that one introduced me to Call of Duties, and I actually ended up going back and playing that again later. So I actually did like that. And then let's see, 5 for me is going to be was it Black Ops 4 that had Blackout? I think.
Yeah, it was Black Ops 4.
Blackout to me was way better than Warzone.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the map was it felt a lot shorter, so the games were like a lot faster paced too.
Which fits Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Better than
I know.
Verdansk, dude.
I agree.
Better than Verdansk.
Yeah, better than Verdansk. I think honestly, like I'm enjoying.
I served.
I've been enjoying the Battlefield one just as much. I think it's just as good, if not better. Not even the Gauntlet, but the Battlefield.
The map.
Battlefield 6 is so good. Honestly.
It's just, I mean, like, and it's been proven by other people that they can make battle royale games. I don't know what Call of Duty was trying to do when they made Blackout. It was different.
Yeah,
and then they tried to, I don't know, but Blackout was just super cool the way it all worked. It was neat to me, and then that it went the Warzone route, and I liked the first Warzone at first because it was a little more realistic, and then once they kept going with it, it was like I don't know, I just didn't. When it went to what's the prison map? I can't think of that.
Yeah, Rebirth.
Alcatraz.
Yeah, Rebirth.
The Rebirth.
It was like the Resurgence, so you can spawn back.
Yeah, and then it became super
fast paced.
Call
Yeah.
of Duty. And I was like, oh my gosh. So you'd be, if you did the full map, you'd be like, you'd spend 10 minutes, getting ready just to come into a building, and there's like 16 sweats.
Just sliding around.
You would see a door open and then just
he's just gone.
Yeah, so yeah, I was kind of done with that. But I really did enjoy Blackout for whatever reason. So that has to make my top 5, even though it was short lived.
Yeah, and they went back to whatever the fuck they have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next week we'll rank Halo games.
Yes.
Next week we also
Do we all agree? Do we all agree that
next time?
Yeah, we can do Halos next time.
Do we all agree though that Halo Reach is the best Halo?
I think so.
To be continued.
To be continued. Yeah, next week. Do we want to have a guest or Q&A?
We both.
Or both?
I mean,
of
we
them?
could post a Q&A and see what kind of answers we get,
Yeah.
and then maybe a guest later.
Yeah, we could have a guest, and it's just a member here. They get an answer too.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we could do both. Or we could make the post be like, we're gonna
About the
have
guest.
this guest, like, what are some Q&As, or like what are some questions.
What is something you guys want to ask them?
Yeah, so just fill out the application. It's a $20 fee, and we'll see if we can get you
And
on
you
the
get
show.
taxed.
You guys directly
You
just
might
give that
be.
money to me, so don't worry
Yeah.
about these guys. Just me.
Yeah.
So.
Just QR codes at the front door. Just scan those.
Yeah, you'll probably see me here at the gym, so you can just ask
Don't-
me and pay.
I just replaced like QR code with like.
Yeah, next week I guess we'll do a guest and Q&A. I'll probably post a Q&A on the Instagram, just like ask questions or whatever, and then I'm going to read the names. If the question is bizarre, I'm reading the name.
Devin.
Chase.
Yeah, Chasse is gonna say something so dumb. Yeah, and we'll have a guest. We'll figure that out. Let's not announce the guest. Let's just have them just spawn in. And
Well, I feel like we could probably announce it depending on like what questions.
We'll announce them on the Instagram.
actually, if they're
before.
cool enough, we'll announce it so we can get people to watch.
Yeah.
If we don't announce it, you're not cool enough.
If you don't see it on our story, that means you're blocked.
That's funny.
All right. Anything else? All right. Well, thank you for listening. If you listen, and thanks for watching. If you were watching.
Yeah, thanks for checking out episode 2
of the Brewhouse Podcast.
See you guys later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Come back next week to find out.
Also sign up. Sponsor. Fuck. Sign up.
Sign up.